Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? How's your mental and physical health today? I hope really doing well. So I talked about being responsible for all that's happening in your life, and this also leads to everything you need has in you. That means that when you think about somebody who's so good at certain things or excellence in that field, you start to look at them such a different categories, and then you start to separate you from them, and so you create this gap, and they're in a different world. Like you put yourself down, or you put yourself in a separate categories that you're not like them, you're not good enough, or you're not worthy, or you're not like them, right? I used to do that all the time. And you start to have this distance and separations, right? That makes you feel you're not worthy, or you're not good enough. So you start looking at things to be fixed by others, meaning like, oh, please somebody fix my body, please somebody fix how I feel, please somebody fix my finance. And if it didn't happen, you start to blaming others, like, oh, because I was born this way, my body is not gonna change. Oh, because I was born poor and parents never helped, so I cannot financially be successful. Or because I was always struggled in my life, so I cannot never have comfortable life because of this, because of that, right? And when you live that way, your life gets so tough. I tell you this from the bottom of my heart because I've been there many years. I was blaming everything that happened to me badly because of others or other factors or environment. And you start comparing, to those who have or seems to have everything, the finance, freedom, happiness, and health. And you start these separations, and you put yourself in a different categories that I'm always gonna be this way, and they somehow got lucky, or they must be born that way. The body is great because they're just, DNA is different, all those things that you will come up with. So in order to get out of that system or the spiral of being independent thought, you need to shift to be more initiative to your life, being independent. That means that them, like you put, different category people, and you put your in a different category. Both of people are equally important, equally beautiful, like equally creative. Like everything that you need to proceed your life in the way you like is inside of you. So you think your confidence, self-esteem, or self-worth is coming from elsewhere, or something you do, or somebody will help you to develop. So you always kind of think outsider will help you to develop those self-esteem, self-confidence and all that. But you already have that in you. And everyone has a beautiful, beautiful creations inside. And the confidence and the self-esteem and the self-worth, it's all in you. You know how to become a beautiful flower, sort of like as if you were a seed. Like when you look at the seed, just a little tiny thing, it looks nothing, but it knows how to become this flower. And it's the process from this little seed to become flower. You start to shoot up, like a little leaves, and maybe the weather might damage it, and it might recover, and it's grow tall, it's getting bigger and more leaves, and then you get these buds, and finally you get this beautiful flower. So it knows how to get to open up to the fullest of this seed, right? So it's like that, like you have everything in you. You just don't realize that you got everything in you because there's so many factors during, like while you're growing up, like you're not good enough, or you're told certain ways, or you're put down, and you start to believe that, and you start to separate yourself from those people who been respected and like all the ideas and being successful. But them, that those people also go through life with certain difficulties and certain issues, and they deal with it, and they'll think the same way that they're not that special like you would think. They know the special field, and they're so good at, so that they really want everybody to feel exactly the same way, that everything that you need is inside. You could shine and share your experts or the strengths with the others, because you're not going to be perfect in every field in this lifetime. So you have something to share, and then you need something from other people to teach you to grow and advance. But those feelings of self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-worth are already in you. It just, there's covered by all the other junk of thoughts or beliefs that you just don't see it. And it's good to respect and good to see, those people who succeed are special, but having that separations cause you to be dependent, that somebody else will make me happy, somebody else will make me rich, somebody else will fix this problem, that problem. And if that didn't fix, you start blaming, because you didn't do it the right, or your skill is bad, or anyway, you start blaming to the others, and that makes your life so hard. And to look into yourself, to actually feel that you have everything inside of you. You just need to open up to actually figure out what you have. And it really takes a little bit of shifting of your thought process to see internally instead of looking outwardly. So when you start changing internally, you start to see things differently. And when your mind shifts to be initiative or being independent, you start to think that how I'm going to fix these issues or fix this, that. And then you will seek the help from others, and you literally will implement to your life, and you will start fixing or modifying things. But as soon as you have this alignment with yourself and be yourself and be in this very comfortable place, that's when a lot of help start to come in, meaning that your thought process is very limited because that's your data from the past events or experience. But something much bigger is happening. All the timing is right. Or when you thought about something that you need, boom, there is a person with that information show up. Or it just, things start to happen like so smoothly, like things got done somehow. That sort of miracles start to happen. And in order to have that experience, you need to be with yourself, like alignment with yourself, to be comfortable with yourself. And in order to make yourself comfortable, something that you really put you in peace. Like for some people, it might be just having a coffee in the morning in a quiet space. For some people, maybe just smoking. Some people might be eating some beautiful pastries and coffee. Some people, for jogging, or go for a walk or talk to the pets. There must be thousands of ways to make you feel comfortable. That's the place where you go, it's so nice. It's like a healing yourself. So to heal yourself, to be in that comfortable spot, that's when you need to spend a lot of time on. You just be yourself, be comfortable. So you become a happy person. You don't rely on others to make you happy. And when you start doing that, it really makes your life tough because you just don't own that the power of yourself to be happy. And you have that in you already. It's your choice. So you know how to make yourself happy, and just the little tiny things, like you don't need to have a big, like, oh, I gotta go to Hawaii to feel happy. Maybe that's part of it, but it's just around the house to start. This make you feel good. This spot in the house makes me feel good. Or when you look at the flower, that makes you feel good. Those things. And then you just make yourself alignment with yourself and be very peaceful and harmonized with yourself. And then you will see, like, you have everything inside. So you stop asking for others to feel those needs, and you become an independent, happy person. And when you find another independent, happy person just like you, and you guys decided to be together, this is a powerful relationship that continues on and being powerful. And if you are the one who dependent and always asking for others to make you feel happy, and you will attract exactly like that. And when those two matches and go along as a partner, when something happens, for instance, say some big trouble in the family, or lost a job, or some difficulties in finance, whatever that happens, boom, they just fight over, they blame each other, and it just explode. So it's very important to be independent, initiative, to see your own life, that it's all in your hands to make decisions, and no one's gonna judge you whether you take the right or left. And it's all your experience. You could choose the negative way, you could choose the positive way. It's all up to you. It's okay. You can go to negative way and you experience so much of negativities, and after a while you might say, that's it, I had enough of that. It's like me, I had so many years of negativities and like depressed thoughts. Things didn't go well, and then one day you just say, that's it, I had enough of it, right? And then you start to shift because you had that bad experience, so you know not to go back there. So as an experience, it's important as well. So it's all up to you to go either way or just stand still. That's okay too. So being dependent makes your life really tough, and being initiative and independent, and look at yourself that you have everything inside of you. That's when you start to feel really comfortable with yourself, and you start receiving all kinds of help from the highers and the universe. And the things that you cannot explain how it happens will start happening. And just things start to grow really well. To roll, really well. So important things that I always do to be comfortable with yourself, to be like literally when you feel like a little bit of the wave or worries or uncomfortable feeling, I try to put myself into the comfortable position. And then you differentiate, is it that feeling coming from myself or coming from others? And you start to release those or cut them, those that are coming from others. And those that are coming from yourself, like you look at it and you feel and you just accept as is. And you admit it, that's what you're feeling, and you just let go. Yeah. So being neutral, being peaceful, being harmonized with yourself, that's the state you want to be in a lot of the time in your day. And you start to feel really steady, feel really, really good. And that's a good way to lead your life too. Okay, so have a great day, and thank you for your time.